Good morning. This is gonna be a quick live, real quick. Um, First of all, I'm sitting here eating my porridge, y'all. I'm going out today. Yay! Um, my midwife wants me to get an ultrasound, so hubby is coming now. I'm gonna go get an ultrasound. It's my final ultrasound of this pregnancy. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna try to convince my husband for me to get my nails done. That's what I'm hoping. Um, so I wanted to talk about something that is really considered rude here in Tanzania, and that's greetings. Greetings. It's so important here. It's not even funny how important it is. You know, especially to elderly people, it's really important. So, it's a big part of the culture. Like when I go to New York, I'm so used to just talking direct. I go into a store and I'm like, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. I grab my drink or whatever, and I get whatever I gotta get. But here in Tanzania, you can't do that. Every single time that you talk to somebody, you have to greet them. Whether that is mambo, whether that is, if they're older than you, you say shikamo. It's extremely rude to just go up to somebody and start talking to them without actually properly greeting them. It doesn't matter what it's for. I can't call my landlord and be like, hey, so, my water, just a water pipe just blew up. He's going to be like, excuse me, you have to greet him like, oh, shikamo. Then he'll say, oh, marahaba, hujambo. I say, oh, sujambo. And then I say what the problem is. And sometimes it could be annoying because it's like you want to get straight to the point. But if that ain't the culture for you, Tanzania is not it, because it's a must. Like, for real. Like, people look at you like you rude. Ooh, yeah, I'm enjoying this porridge. I usually eat porridge in the morning because it's just warm, makes my belly feel good. It's just like a good way to start my day. I don't like this. Is that a knock, Dada? I think that's a knock. I think it's Hope. Uh, it's just rude, If somebody is your peer, you don't have to greet them as like, oh, shikamo. It's only somebody who's older than you, but somebody who's your peer, you should at least say like, oh, mambo. Even if you actually don't want to have a conversation with them, if somebody gives you eye contact, so let's just say you're walking on the street and somebody gives you eye contact and says, they give you eye contact and it's an elderly person or something, they'll say shika, you should say shikamo. Even when I'm walking, kids will say shikamo to me. It's a respect thing. People in Tanzania respect their elders extremely. It's so important. I cannot stress how important it is. But well, and there's been some times, baby, I'm alive. You hear me? Baby, I'm alive. There's been some times. Hi. There's been some times where you're just like, at least for myself as a foreigner, like you're just not actually in the mood, like you're just like, I don't know, you're just not in the mood, and it's not acceptable. Like, I mean, people will call you out on it. Like, it's not acceptable. For real, it's not acceptable at all. You have to greet people before you talk to them. You have to. Like, it's a must. Okay? I don't know if that's the culture for all African countries. I don't think so. I mean, you should. I mean, if you think about it, You really should greet people before you talk to them. You know? Yeah, you really should. But Tanzanian people specifically are very big on respecting elders. I remember I was in a cab. I was in a cab, right? And when I came in, obviously I greeted the cab and stuff. And he was just talking to me and stuff like that. Because he spoke English and stuff. And, you know, he just wanted to talk to American, whatever. And he was telling me, like, oh, how, like, what did he say to me? He was like, oh, you know, here in Tanzania, we don't argue with elderly people. You know, if that's what that elderly person thinks, okay, we just brush it off because we don't really believe in arguing with elderly people. Like, it's just, no, we're not, we respect our elders, you know? And I was like, that's interesting, you know? In America, you got these 14-year-olds cursing these elderly people out. They don't care. So, a very interesting perspective. You really don't, honestly, you really don't see much disrespect here. Like, the main disrespect that you will see is, like, amongst peers of the same age. They're arguing, or maybe a thief or something like that. But in terms of, like, disrespecting people, that's, like, older than you, it's just not. There's a level of respect that we have for everybody. That's just how it is. And I like it. Personally, I genuinely like it because I feel like everybody knows their place. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of people like to say, like, oh, you know, because America is the free, you could say and do and blah, 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 whatever you want. But who's to say that that's a good society? I mean, look how it's working out. People are disrespecting each other. People are, you know, at Walmart jumping on top of each other, trying to kill each other. You know, like, it's like, who's to say that that freedom of speech and that freedom of whatever, do whatever you want is a good thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the fact that Tanzania has structure. There is structure. There are certain rules that you must apply to. And I love that. We should respect each other. It should be a rule that you respect elders. You know what I'm saying? It absolutely should, because don't forget, like, one day you're going to become an elder as well. You know? And to somebody else, you are an elder. You know? I didn't start feeling like an elder until you go next to kids in school, and they start saying, oh, she got more. And you're like, oh my God, me? Me? Am I really that old now? Am I at that point? But that's how it is. You know, even when like my husband, Hope, his little brother greets me, you know, he greets me in the proper way, you know. When I greet his mother, I greet his mother in the proper way. Hope speaks to his mother. This is his own mother, and he has to greet her in the correct way. It's just how it works, you know? So when he calls her, he will say shikamo, you know? Like, it's just what it is. You know? Baby, is there a way, as, I actually don't know this, as, like, for myself to a child, how would I greet them? Oh, you just say habari. No, jumbo, yeah. But to go up to somebody and not greet them is just straight up disrespectful. You know? And people will give you that look after you go into the store and you're like, yeah, I want some berries. They're going to be like, excuse me?
Please, can I have... It's just a common language. That's what they say when it is gone.
Y'all heard my man. Well, did y'all hear him? Y'all heard what he said. Y'all, you just can't, you can't go, honey, can you give me some tissue, please? I don't know why my nose is running these days. It's so annoying. And I just finished my porridge. I'm done. I really enjoyed it. I know we have to go. Mm-hmm. So, and then, like for Hope, right? With his friends, even with his friends, some of his closest friends, he still, when they call him, he has to greet them. Now, however, he greets them with slang and stuff. So he'll be like, "Oh, Mambo VP," like he'll greet them with slang. You can't like greet like that's not like a professional way to greet somebody. But those are his friends. But even before he asks for anything, you have to greet them. Y'all, we in the hospital. You have to greet the doctors before you start saying, "Oh my God, I don't know." Somebody said, "When is the baby coming out?" This baby, who knows? Tomorrow, next week, the week after, who knows? We don't know. That's why we get an ultrasound today to see what's going on with baby girl. We don't know. Baby is coming when she wants to come. Um, baby. Let me tell Hope that. See what he said. Baby, where did he just go? He just left. I don't know where he went. He went in the bedroom real quick. I'll tell him that comment when he comes back to see what he has to say. But anyways, the moral of the story is here in Tanzania, greeting is a big thing, okay? It's a huge thing. You cannot come here. Guys, if you're first coming out here, please, and you're at the airport. See, the airport is a little more flexible. You understand what I'm saying? Because they understand that foreigners are coming. However, guys, if do yourself a favor and just learn a little bit of Kiswahili when you're coming out here. There are YouTube videos, there are all types of things, but you will get major brownie points if you greet people properly at the airport. I'm telling you, immigration will go easier for you because they feel like you will respect their culture, customs, visas, all of that stuff. It will go much better for you. I'm telling you, this is one of the advice that I give people to my consultations, and they always call me afterwards, like, "Oh my God, girl, it worked." Like because it feels like Tanzanian people are so. I swear they get so honored when they feel like you're trying to learn their culture. You're trying to learn their language. You're trying like you are embedded, like you're making a commitment to learn. It genuinely makes them happy. It makes even my husband happy when he sees me practicing words or trying to read sentences and stuff like that. Like I made my mother-in-law, because she loves my banana bread, so I made my mother-in-law the other day, not the other day, it was like 2 weeks ago, banana bread, because she loves it. And then I packed it up for her in a container, and then I put a note on it. Now, my mother-in-law only speaks Kiswahili and Chaga. She doesn't actually speak English. So she's trying, though. She's trying. She's trying for me. So I wrote on the top of it, like a love note, and I was just like, "Made with love by your, daughter-in-law," in Kiswahili. And, those things, like, it makes people happy. Babe, somebody left a comment. I just want you to reply to this before I get off. So someone said, come. Sit. So they can see you. They haven't seen you. You guys haven't seen Hope in so long. Hope has been so busy. First of all, congratulations to Hope on his channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, baby. You almost at 2K. You almost at. He's almost at 2,000 subscribers. So proud of you. So proud of you. So he's gonna be posting way more content. So someone says shikamo is historically linked to slavery, when slaves would say shikamo to their masters, loosely translated as "I'm beneath you," or "I recognize your power over me," or "I am pleading with you," or "I am under you."
No, that's not true.
I wanted to know what you thought.
No, that's not true. Because if you just even go to the histories, it's like Swahili is different combination of different languages. From Indian, from Arabic. That's why it's just it's just combination of the different languages. But shikamo is not something you can say is slave. It's just
Slavery for
no,
back in the days
no,
and
that's not
to
true.
your masters and
No.
stuff.
No,
Did you learn that in school?
no,
They never said that to you.
no. If you say that, why we keep saying to each other like shikamo? No, that's not true. Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think greeting is so important in Tanzania?
I think it's how just we raise the way we keep copying from from the like I said our elders. We just keep moving with it, and also it's just something like respect. Like you put the respect on your elders, but it's not in a slave way. The way he says in slave way, he or she, I don't know.
It's saying like I mean technically even outside of slavery, I mean technically like if you are elder, I am beneath you. Like
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's just the truth. Like
Yeah.
I absolutely am beneath you, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like
Yeah.
you are respecting that person for being an elder and someone being older than you, and you absolutely should greet them respectfully because they are older than you, regardless of how you look at it. Like you are beneath that person.
I think people they just want also to just learning the historical of Swahili how it's made.
Yeah.
Because also we're using a lot like shukran. You can use in Arabic they say shukran. Also in yeah, I think different countries they use the same thing, shukran, but it's just how the I say the colonies the time, yeah.
But why is it so important to Tanzanian people to respect their elders?
That's why I'm back to say that again. We just like kurithi. How can I say kurithi? Like we just we just live with it. Like we just born with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At what age did you start learning like this?
No,
is
since you're young.
well, babe, young is a long
Like
time. Like
since you're a baby, like you know exactly. Maybe if you have the brother, you see your brother say shikamo to your mom. You cannot just grown up like you start talking and then you don't say even shikamo.
so you is even in the household.
Yeah, it's just on the society. It's like even from your family, within your family, you have to say, you have to respect. Yeah.
And like, what are some consequences if people don't like greet?
They will tell you like you're so disrespectful. You have to be this way. They will abandon you some part. You're not gonna be the same way as we are. Yeah.
But they do give like passes to foreigners. You know what I'm saying? If you're an
Yeah,
obvious foreigner,
even I think
they
I
will
teach
give you a pass.
I think
Yeah.
also even a teacher
Yeah.
like where you met someone like this because her she just keeps saying to even to I remember you said to one the woman she's so young to you but you say she got more like I
Well,
said,
I
no,
used to
that's-
say, well,
Yeah.
I used to say she got more mama to
yeah,
everybody.
to everybody like,
I was
That's
like,
not right.
you can't say she got more mama to everybody. You only say she got more mama to my mama.
Yeah.
She's like, you just say she got more to everybody. And she
And-
got more mama.
and-
I was like, oh, I don't know. I thought that's what it was.
No, but also it's not about just my mom, but even the mother who you think also he can birth you or she can birth you. You know? Yeah. Someone above your age, you have to show the respect. Even you have to show respect also to the youngest.
Yeah.
Like to
You
greet
just
them,
greet
like,
them differently. Like you wouldn't say
like-
she got more.
So that's what I'm saying. It's different on the language. Like shikamo is for elders, habari is for youngest.
Right.
Like, you wanna know how they doing, how they doing.
And then your friends.
Yeah, VP, Safi. Those are just a
Slang.
word, yeah.
Yeah,
but,
those are just like slang.
Yeah, but also when you're at work and you know someone is older than you, you have to greet in the proper way.
And like when also I just want to talk about this before we go because guys we do have to go get an ultrasound. What you call it? Also, your name changes in Kiswahili when you have different statuses. So like me, obviously I'm a mama. So people don't usually address me as like Diamond. No one ever calls me Diamond. I feel like I never get called Diamond. People
Yeah,
either call me
also-
Jules if you're like from social media, or like, but like people would say to me like Mama Saya.
Yeah, it's going.
You know
to
what I'm
be
saying?
different.
Or like remember the landlord had said,
We believe this also. When you call someone by his name or her name, it's like disrespect. Because if he's older than you have to say those words. If he's
Right.
younger than you have to say this. As long as if you wanna mention someone. Okay, I said. Okay, so that is how it is.
Yeah, so like for our Dada, was like people would call her like Dada Jennifer.
Yeah, they cannot just Jennifer.
They can't just say like, oh, Jennifer.
No.
Like you say, oh, Dada Jennifer. And I
Yeah.
think it's also friendlier.
Yeah,
You know, I think it's also,
Yeah.
I mean,
You just show.
I guess the
respect.
only person who would call you that is like the police, right? Jennifer. No, probably
No,
even not.
those are command ways.
Right.
And as we don't even command. As long even when you go to the shop, you just buy something. You know, I'm just go there. I want that, but you cannot say I want that. Cannot have that.
Right.
You have language. So
Yeah.
it's even our language is just helping us to stay this way.
Yeah. It's really important, guys.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna head out
Peace.
because we do. Can you give me some more tissue for the car?
You have it.
Oh, we have tissue. Okay, great. Because we got to go check on baby girl. Y'all, this is baby girl now. Okay. I am 9 months, and this is what baby girl looks like. I know that I am small. People tell me I'm small all the time, but just in case this is the last bump that you see, this is what she looked like, okay? Woo, y'all, when I say I'm tired, this is her. This is baby. We still need to come up with a middle name. We still don't have a middle name for this child. We have a first name, but not a middle name. And Hope and I cannot come to an agreement for the middle name. But okay, so I hope that was educational and really useful, especially if you're coming out here, even if you're coming to visit. You know, like I said, you get major cool points when, you know, you do, when they feel like you do care about the culture and at least you're trying and stuff like that. So definitely keep it in mind. All right, y'all, wish me luck on my ultrasound. And I will see you guys later. Peace.